goes trying to keep the bike clean. Today is the big day, guys. The first fire up and the first ride. I literally have done nothing with this bike. It is stock as a rock, as they say in the old terms. No carburetor changes, no suspension clicker adjustments, nothing at all. As I mentioned in the previous video, it's pretty stiff both front and rear, particularly the rear. The ride sag and the static sag are pretty strong, so there's no point really doing anything until it's got a little bit of time under its wheels. So we'll see how it goes. It's going to be a genuine first off, never ridden it before impression. Won't be doing anything too hard on it today. It'll be just a little quiet run along some fire roads, just to get a bit of a feel for how the engine performs and how the bike handles, and if there's any little glitches that need addressing, well, we're not going to be too far away from home to be able to do something about it. Not expecting anything. We'll take that plastic off the headlight there, I think. Not expecting any issues, but you never know. So I'll shut down now and we'll get moving. Right, here we go. Ignition's on, we're ready to go. Seat, foot peg, handlebar relationship seems really good. Seems very sort of aggressive, I suppose you'd say. That initial throttle opening there is just a little bit of hesitation there. Might be because it's still reasonably cold and reasonably new too, who knows. That's why we're taking it out for this little run now, just to get a little bit of time on the engine. Right, first gear, here we go. Watch out. Oh yeah, nice smooth, easy take up. Alright, first gear, here we go. Second gear. Third gear. We'll just putt along. Down neighbours there. Witness me first ride. Nip nip. Third gear. Fourth gear. Now 6-speed box this thing. Alright, here we go. So much for trying to keep the bike clean. Not even 100 metres in, we've got a muddy water crossing. Concrete, but cross here. And missed that bit there. It's all good. Local kids thinking, what the heck's that thing? Coming. Well, it's gonna get it this way. Right, that's top gear. Cruise along now. A little bit of concrete and then we're into some dirt. My first time on a dirt bike for a long time. New boots. New knee brace. New bike, all good. Right, we'll go into, maybe we'll go in here, I'm not sure. No, it's going to be pretty muddy in there, I think. We'll stay out here. The sand track here. Oh, no we won't. We're not going through that. Not in our first ride. We'll keep him clean. Look at neutral. Not quite. Yeah, good. That's pretty easy actually. That came in. Didn't lift it up hard enough before. That was the trouble there. Pretty easy to move around. Oh yeah, getting better at swinging a leg over now after the third try. The clutch is okay. going to be mud everywhere. But look at this. Had a lot of rain here in Isan in Thailand. Look, that's the first. Third, I think. Really don't know where I'm going here. I'll go to the left here. What do you in first? Yeah, still feels very doughy off the bottom, I think. Timing into mid-range seems okay. So, see how that goes. I think oh yeah, she's really flat off the bottom, right off the bottom off the idle jet. That's one good thing about dirt bikes, coming across things you've never been able to see before. Old bridge there. A water hole I've never seen before. I'd never come here if I didn't have this bike. A big water hole too, it goes right through here. And over the road by the looks of it. There we go, something you don't expect to come across, but it happens. The old mate with the chainsaw didn't even know I was there. Shit, bloody excavator here. And another one. Alright, so we ain't going anywhere that way, so we'll have to go back the other way. Geez, I thought I heard a big crunch. I don't know if you saw it on the video, but there was a snake just went across the road in front of me. Only a small one, he went straight across there. Anyway, I'm going to have to go back the other way. No idea where I am, really. Not that far from where I started off from, really, but it does actually seem like a long way. I don't think I've been here before. I don't really, without looking at the map, I've got no idea where I am. Yep. Okay, Cup. One thing I didn't expect to see out here, fire on a dirt bike. Yep, there goes trying to keep the bike clean. Or me for that matter. Even worse. I'll go around here, I think. Oh. In theory. Hell yeah, on some bigger road. To get through these two little puddles. That one. Oh shit, that's a bit deeper than I thought. Now I think we go left here. To get out. Yeah, we do. Yeah, and I'll go this way. Alright, I'm filming this straight off the bike. I mean, immediately after I've taken my helmet off and jumped off the bike, so I can remember the first impressions. Some good, some really good, some, yeah, not so good. I'm not going to say bad because there's nothing really that bad, I hope. But first off, we'll start with the rear suspension. Like I said, I wasn't going to push it too hard today, but there was a lot of bumps and water holes and ruts and stuff out there today, so it did get a bit of a workout to some degree. Anyway, nothing like on a motocross track, of course, or high-speed whoops, but enough to give me a general idea. It's too stiff, there's no doubt about that. That rear suspension sag is going to have to be backed off a lot. Now, the problem with that is not only is it a little bit harsh in the back, not too much, just a bit, but it's putting out the handling of the bike. The bike, I noticed it as soon as I left the property here, that the steering was really twitchy, and that's on concrete, like. And yes, admittedly, I haven't ridden a dirt bike for a while, and they do feel completely different to the big road bikes, of course, and the scooters, which I tend to ride a lot more nowadays. Not so much that one, but it's good because it's got a roof on it. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, the handling, from memory from my last riding on dirt bikes, and I've ridden a lot of dirt bikes, guys, and some of the most powerful dirt bikes you can buy, and raced them too reasonably successfully at a few levels. And yeah, my first impression of this one is very twitchy in the front, but until I get that back sorted out, I'm not going to be able to truly say one way or the other about the handling. Alright, now moving on, my next concern about the bike was going to be the engine and its power output. I wasn't expecting too much from this one anyway, because it's based on a DT230 Lancer engine. Now, I've never ridden a DT230, but I've ridden plenty of 250cc motocross bikes, and this wouldn't even get within a bull's roar one. In standard form, it would not even get close to well, it would get close, but only in the corners if you did some seriously hard braking, but we'll get on to braking later. It's a bit of a slug, and a lot of that's got to do with, I think, the standard jetting. As I suspected first off, in the first video, it's very doughy off the bottom, and that becomes even more evident when you're out on the track riding it. As soon as you're trying to open the throttle from exiting a corner at slow speed, or even a little bit faster, and you're still basically on the pilot jet or the lower part of the needle jet, it's really doughy. There's just no real progressive pull. Doesn't seem to run clean. It sort of bogs, if anything, if that's the right term for it. And then it goes into feels like you're sort of hitting the beginnings of the power band, and it sort of gives you an initial rush, and so you're on your mid-range there, and from there on it's pretty flat. There's nothing much on top. I didn't rev it right out because it's a brand new bike, but I did give it a wrap enough through the gears to get a bit of an idea of what it was going to do. And yeah, it's definitely got, it doesn't keep revving, that's for sure. It doesn't keep revving and producing more power. Seems to be just that one sort of mild hit in the mid-range, which is a bit of fun. Don't get me wrong, it's okay, but I'd really like a lot more power out of this bike, for sure. Now, that's the bad bits. I think we can work out the jetting. I've got a jetting kit for it. It's based on a Kian PWK 36, I think that one is, 36mm carb. So we're going to change them over and see what happens there. Hopefully it'll be an improvement. I'm sure it'll be an improvement of some sort, but just how much, I don't know. I think we'll even try going up on the main jet. We'll start with the needle jet for starters. We'll go up a notch on that, make it a bit richer after I've had a look at the spark plug, and then we'll just go up progressively from there. I think just take it one step at a time to see what we can get out of it. Ergonomically, fantastic. Like to sit on the bike feels just so natural. I'm quite tall. I'm not that tall. I'm just a bit on 6 foot, I suppose, but I've got longish legs, and the relationship between the foot peg and the seat, my knees are almost parallel, which is not too bad, I think, but it's reasonably easy to stand up on. I feel really comfortable on the bike. For me, the seat foot peg handlebar relationship feels really good. The bike does appear to steer quite easily, apart from the fact that it's so twitchy because of the back end. So yeah, other than that, first impressions, probably give it 7 out of 10 at this stage. And if you're a more demanding sort of a rider, there's probably going to be a lower score, probably more like a 6 or a 5. But for the average trail rider, you might find this is perfect for you straight out of the box. But for me, not quite there yet. And as I said, we will continue working on the bike and we'll continue to see what we can make of it or what we can't. So stay tuned to the channel, guys. I'm sure you're going to enjoy this series. I know a lot of you have showed a lot of interest in this bike. It's the sort of new generation of the Chinese enduro and motocross bikes, and it looks fantastic. It really does. And to ride it is every bit as good as it looks. It just needs a bit of TLC. But then, what new bike doesn't? You're just generally starting with a little bit higher base. That's all. Okay, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again very shortly. Mike from MotoTouro.